Hey guys, I hope you're all having a great day, and today I'll be talking about a new shield item which will be introduced into the game in the future. Now for those of you that haven't seen this yet, I'll quickly show you an image up on screen right now, but basically this thing is a shield capacitor. I'll be going over a couple ideas on how I think this is going to work once it gets introduced into the game, and these ideas are based off of what we see at the moment and what I think is most logical. Of course this is not fact, so please don't take it that way, but anyways, let's just dive right into the analysis. So first things first, a quick introduction. As you can see, it says medium shield capacitor. Based on that alone, we can infer there's a small shield capacitor and a large shield capacitor. Now here's how it works. Heals medium amount of shields, 60 seconds cooldown. Based on that alone, we already know you can use this multiple times, and that makes this quite interesting because this is a survival item, and all these survival items we have so far are only usable once. I've seen a lot of people ask on whether or not it's going to charge your shields instantly. My answer, I really don't see that happening. Having the ability to instantly charge your shields is a bit overpowered. This could change the tide of the fight way too quickly, and that is definitely not something that Respawn would add into the game. So with that being said, it's most likely that this is going to charge your shields over time. Now let's quickly go over some ideas on how this might actually work. Based on the logo of the medium shield capacitor, I'm assuming that this thing provides a range and that it doesn't only charge your shields, but it can also charge your teammates' shields. With that being said, I'm going to base its function off of the heat shields that we currently have in the game. My guess is that you throw this thing down, similar to how you throw down a heat shield, and you or your teammates within that area will get your shield charged over time, similar to what a Watson ult does. I'm guessing that this is also going to work similar to the Watson ult in the way where there's a limit to the amount of shields that it can charge. So instead of the shield charge being limited to the amount of body shields that are getting charged, it'll instead be limited to the amount of shield hit points that it can actually charge. Now I'll go ahead and make a couple of assumptions here. I'm guessing that when they're designing this, they're corresponding the rarity of the shield capacitor to the rarity of a body shield. If this assumption holds true, then I'm guessing that a light shield capacitor can charge around 150 shields, a medium shield capacitor can charge around 225 shields, and a large capacitor can charge around 300. Basically, I'm assuming that a light shield capacitor has the ability to fully charge a team's shields if every single member has a white shield. Same thing applies for the medium one. Since this is a blue rarity, I'm guessing it has the ability to fully charge the team's shields if everyone has a blue shield. Same thing applies to the purple rarity as well. Now here's where it gets a little bit interesting. It says that there's a 60-second cooldown, and like I previously mentioned, we really haven't seen something like this before where we can reuse an item. Now I've seen a lot of people bring up this idea where you can simply deploy it in your inventory, where after you activate it, it'll basically look like a heat shield that is deployed on you, meaning that wherever you move, the radius moves along with you. However, that is a little bit overpowered, as that basically means you can deploy this while running, and then you and your team can just freely recharge shields while running away from the enemy or repositioning. That's a little bit too powerful in my opinion. I think it's most likely going to work similar to the heat shields, where you have to deploy it and throw it on the ground, and then later on when you want to pick it up, it'll play a short animation of you picking it off the ground, and after that it'll stay in your inventory for 60 seconds until you can use it again. This way it can find your team to one certain location, and it limits your mobility when you're using such an item, making it more balanced, as in this case you're sacrificing your movement for some extra free shields. Now this is definitely something I see a lot of teams using both early game and end game, because typically in the early game you're going to be low on shields anyways, so you might have to use this in order to get you and your team charged up before entering a fight. And during the end circles, well, most of the time, especially in higher tier ranked, there's going to be a whole lot of squads in the last circle, all crammed into different corners of different buildings or simply crammed behind cover. With that being said, you're not really going to be moving around at the end game, so this would come in pretty useful, as you can simply throw a couple of these things down and boom, your team has free shield charge for quite a while. But anyways, those are my thoughts on this medium shield capacitor league. Let me know in the comments below how you think this works, as you guys always come up with some pretty cool ideas. I'm interested to see what you guys think of, and I'll be ending the video here. I hope you guys found this somewhat useful, and I hope this made your day just a little bit better. And of course, as always, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.